It's okay. On Wednesday, I had to do it again myself.
Right.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alexia, and I'm here with
Laura.
and we are here at the Boys and Girls Club Roni Center, and we are from Morris Middle School. And today we're going to be doing a couple activities about our Career Launch program. And Ms. Laura is going to go ahead and explain what Career Launch is. Go ahead.
Okay, guys. So Career Launch, basically it is exploring into careers and into colleges that you want to go into in the future. I know that right now you guys are young and you're like, oh, that's like way too early to be thinking about this right now. But it is something important to think about. That way you know what colleges you're interested in, what careers you're interested in, and what path you could take to make sure you get into it.
And what are some careers, that the kids can look into right now?
There's some careers, like there are many different careers, obviously, but you could look into being a doctor. There's like different types of doctors. You could be a farmer, a bus driver. You could work in a salon. There's many different things that you could look into.
Well, cool. And what career are you looking into, Laura?
I'm looking into being a teacher, either for middle school or high school, and I really enjoy working with kids.
That's so cool. I am also on the career path to becoming a teacher, preferably middle school, and maybe in my later life, maybe a professor. That sounds really cool. So can you name some of the requirements that you would have to be if you were, let's say, a doctor?
A doctor, I know that you have to go into, first you go into a college or university, you do 4 years, and then you have to do your residency, and then you have to go, even after you finish school, I know that there's around maybe 7-8 years of school, no matter what kind of doctor you are. And then afterwards, you always study. It's always learning new things. For being a doctor, you always continue learning.
That's so cool. So I hope if anyone's thinking about being a doctor, just keep in mind that it is a lot of school. So today for our career launch activity, you can see on the board we have some careers, and Laura's going to go ahead and name them.
Okay, so the careers that we have on the board are doctor, scientist, farmer, teacher, musician, firefighter, and chef.
So what we're going to be doing today is we have some note cards. Okay, and they have some clues to a career. So we're going to take turns reading them, and we're going to post them on the board where we think they belong. And after we double check them, after we get maybe some input from you guys, don't forget our chat is there if you guys want to go ahead and put a message on, and tell us what kind of career maybe you're thinking about doing as well. We're going to put the note card on the board, and then in a little bit we're going to go around the room and we're going to show you some activities that you can do, and just some hints on, oh, if I was a doctor I could do this and this and this. Okay, so Laura, anything else you want to add to your career launch program? Any activities that maybe you've done at Morris?
Some activities that I know that some students have enjoyed a lot is Kahoot. I know that is something that they get really competitive in, and I could make a Kahoot about different universities, about different careers. I could put a question that says, what career uses like a fire hose, and somebody will, like, they all answer firefighters, and it gets really interesting, it gets really competitive, and the kids are really into that.
That's so cool. It's never too early to start thinking about what kind of career you want. I know people who want to be musicians and who want to be actors and who want to be teachers as well. So, start looking into things that you want to do. And another thing is that, would you say like hobbies are really good about helping you find out a career?
Yes, I have also noticed that, let's say you want to go into a career of art, you want to be an art teacher. I know that there is a lot of our members that enjoy painting, and every time we bring out a craft, they're really into it, and they get really happy whenever they just see us bringing out paint bottles.
That's so cool. So we're going to go ahead and start reading off some of the cards. Ms. Laura's going to start, and I'm going to go post them onto where I think they belong.
So our first card is uses food. So out of all of our careers, we have doctor, scientist, farmer, teacher, musician, firefighter, and chef.
So uses food. I know for sure farmers grow food. I'm going to go ahead and say chef uses food to make like different dishes and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and say chef. Okay, go ahead.
And then we have another one that says uses a lot of soil.
Soil as in dirt?
Yes, dirt.
Okay, so definitely not a doctor. I'm going to go ahead and say farmer for this one. Okay, and hit me with one more. Let's see.
Okay, and then trains for many years.
Trains for many years. Okay. So, this could be a doctor or a scientist, just because, they do go to school a lot, right? And both careers require them to be super smart, super focused, and very knowledgeable, correct?
Yes.
So for this one, I'm going to go doctor. Just because I know you said they have residency and stuff like that. I personally am a fan of Grey's Anatomy, and I know Meredith Grey was in residency for 7 years. So, So, so our next one is grows vegetables. Okay.
Okay, so just like we just went into it, Alexia said that she knows chef uses food, but the farmer would grow it. So I'm gonna go ahead and post it here.
Farmers are so vital to us, would you say, especially right now?
Yes, especially right now. You need a lot of vegetables, and even now you could pick up the hobby and you could be prepared for maybe in the future if this were to happen again. You could just go into your garden and pick it.
That's so cool. I know a lot of people that grow gardens, and we're actually going to show you a little bit, how to start one. Okay, so our next one is could own a restaurant. Okay, could own a restaurant.
Could own a restaurant. I know that a doctor wouldn't own a. Well, I mean, they could. They have the money.
I mean, they could if they wanted to, but they really wanted to.
The actual career that would own a restaurant would most likely be the chef.
A chef, definitely. I thought about being a chef one time, but then I got so scared of opening the oven, I decided not to do that.
I can't cook under an open flame.
So I take it back. I took it back. And our last one I'm going to give Laura is cares for you.
Cares for you. Okay, so I know a doctor would care for you, but I also know that a teacher, like me myself as a teacher, I had a teacher that was really fond of me, and she would always check up on me to see how I was doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a teacher.
And we miss our teachers right now, especially, I know a lot of the students who are watching right now, you guys are doing learning from home, and, it really messes up your routine when you don't get to see those teachers that you really, connect with, or even as instructors, I know I miss our students at Morris. Okay.
I think about you guys a lot.
We miss you, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Okay. So my turn. Claudia's gonna give me some.
Okay. So the next one we have is uses instruments.
Ooh, instruments. Okay. And just to go back, our options are doctor, scientist, farmer, teacher, musician, firefighter, and chef. Uses instruments. Okay, I would say scientists use scientific instruments and doctors use, like their surgical instruments. But because I see musician on here, I'm going to assume you mean musical instruments. So I'm going to go ahead and say musician. Okay, so now teaches you new things. Ooh, okay. So we have scientist, doctor, farmer, teacher, musician, firefighter, and chef.
Honestly, any of those could teach you anything.
Anything. Like if you were really into something, that was your hobby, like cooking, fighting fires for some reason, just don't start fires, Okay, I definitely say teachers for this one. I'm gonna say teacher because they're teaches you new things. Okay, they're so vital to our community. Okay, so make sure y'all, when you go back to school, you respect your teachers, okay?
I'm telling you right now, you might have a teacher that you're like, oh, I don't like her, but later in the future, you're gonna be like, oh my God, she was the best.
Yeah, he actually cared for me.
Okay, so now the last one I'm gonna give you is gives you homework.
Oh gosh, homework. I hope y'all are doing your homework at school.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I'm in college too, and I do have homework. So you all make sure you're doing your homework. And for sure, I'm gonna say teacher because they love giving you homework, but it's for a good reason. Okay. So Laura's gonna go up next. So now we have works outside. Okay, they're working outside.
Well, a firefighter works outside, but a farmer also works outside. I want to pick farmer.
Farmers. Works outside. Oh my goodness. We should all start a farm. We really should start a farm, community farm.
You want some tomatoes?
Okay, works in labs. Okay, this is the next one. Works in labs.
Okay, so a doctor could work in a lab, but also a scientist could work in a lab. But I want to say that a doctor would be in the lab whenever they're in school. So I'm going to go ahead and say that a scientist works in a lab.
And I hope those scientists are working super hard to help us fix, this crisis right now. So give it up for those scientists. Woo! Okay, having a spotted dog. Okay, like a Dalmatian.
A spotted dog. Okay, so any of these can have a spotted dog. I love dogs. She doesn't.
I'm sorry.
I love.
So sorry.
Okay, but
I'm not a dog person.
That a firefighter, I know that they carry around dogs so they could help them, and I know a police does as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and say firefighter because the police is not.
Police is not on the board, Laura. Okay. Okay, what do we have?
Okay, so the next one I have for you is helps cure people.
Who helps cure people? Okay. Well, I mean, musicians can help cure a broken heart, is what I'm saying. You know, that Weekend album, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Doctor, just because I know right now they're the front line of this. You know, they are super dedicated, you know, to helping us out. Oh wait, why am I sitting? I'm supposed to go up here. Just kidding.
Okay, so what does that say? Goes to college.
Goes to college. Well, I hope you guys go to college. Lauda, tell them how important college is.
College, guys. I'm taking a break from college right now, but I can tell you that I really miss it, and I'm really looking forward into going back to school because even that I was like, oh, I need a break. I miss it, and I really like learning, and it's really interesting. You meet a lot of new people, and you get to go into something that you're really passionate about, and that feels amazing.
I hope everybody considers going to school. You know, the Valley has 2 great colleges, UTRGV, STC, you know, both super affordable. So start thinking about where you guys want to go to college. So goes to college. I mean, I would say all of them would go to college, you know, if they really wanted to. You know, there's a bunch of institutions for chefs, you know, firefighters also have, you know, training. I believe police officers also have to have degree, right? So for the sake of this, I'm gonna go with doctor because I feel like they are the ones that have to go to like med school, right? They have to get into their programs and stuff like that. So our doctor aisle is all filled up. So now, and our farmers and teachers are filled up. So right now we only have our scientists, musicians, firefighters, and chefs open. Okay, and one more.
Okay, so your last one is does experiments.
Does experiments. Okay. I mean, chefs could experiment with food, right?
They could.
They could if they wanted to.
Ratatouille.
Oh my God. You're so right.
My favorite movie.
Your favorite movie. I'm gonna go with scientists. So scientists do experiments. Do we have science at Morris? Have we ever done experiments?
Yes, actually, we do a lot of activities, including STEM, and we try to include a lot of activities that have science in them because that's something that the members are really interested in. I know that as soon as they see that we have like different like substances that they could mess around with and then see the end result, they get really excited, and we do try and include a lot of science activities into our program.
I personally love science. You know, maybe I should have been a science teacher, but I'm going for history. So, okay, next. Okay, so we only have 4 options left. So we're gonna give these last 4 to Lauda, and then we'll go ahead and go into our activities, okay? So again, our options are musician, firefighter, and chef. Those are the ones we have open right now. So drives a big red truck.
Drives a big red truck. Okay, well, I know this hands down is firefighter.
I don't know. I mean, if the chef is like super rich, you could buy like the Chevy. You could buy like a red Chevy or something. Sorry. Okay, next one. In a band or can be a soloist.
In a band or can be
So they can be like One Direction or Harry Styles. I'm just saying. One Direction, Harry Styles.
Okay, so I mean, for the sake that it says they could be in a band, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a musician because I mean anybody could be like, I mean, I guess a firefighter wouldn't be solo, but a chef could, or they could work in a team. But for the sake of it saying band,
maybe like on their downtown firefighters have, you know, a band or something called the Heat. That'd be cool. Okay, our next one is works in hospitals.
Okay, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that changed for many years.
Okay, so we're gonna switch it because we might have had one too many cards on here. Okay, but there we go.
And then this one works in a hospital.
There. Don't forget, it's okay to make mistakes. Okay, it's okay to make mistakes. Life is all one mistake. Okay, it's fine. We got this. Okay, everyone makes mistakes, like Hannah Montana says. Okay. And our last one is saves people's homes. I'm sorry, I was gonna say saves people's from home. Just kidding. They don't work at home. I'm working at home.
Okay, so I know my very last option that I have is a firefighter, and I know that firefighters go into fires. They put out your fire to see what possible they could save from your home and prevent all the losses.
Mm-hmm. Would you also say like they know things like CPR and stuff like that?
Yes. Also, firefighters, they could be first responders. They get there, they could give you CPR. They could save your life as well.
Yes. So there you have it, guys. We have our board all filled up. Again, we have our doctors, works in hospitals. They help to save people. They go to college. They work, many, many hours. And right now they are our number one defense. So, we got to be thankful for those doctors and nurses as well. We have our scientists, which works in labs and do experiments. We have our farmers who, help us to grow vegetables. They work outside. They help to provide food for us. If you go to HEB, obviously you're always going to wonder where did that corn come from, And our teachers, they care for you. They help us learn new things. They give us homework, but it's for a good reason.
And then we have musicians. They could be in bands. Obviously, if you love being around people that you get along with, you could have your band, or you could go solo. And then they also use many different instruments. I know I was a band geek. I played the flute.
Oh my.
Yes, I still have it.
Hi, Squidward.
And then Squidward plays a clarinet.
Oh, Squidward plays a clarinet. I'm just kidding.
And then we have firefighters. They go into fires. I know that a while back, I think it was California that was like set on fire, and they went and they fought for it, and they tried to save as much as they could. I know that they tried
too.
Yes, they tried to save as many animals as they could. And then last but not least, we have chefs. You could go to a fancy restaurant. You could go and they serve you many different foods.
Name a fancy chef. I was gonna say Gordon Ramsay, but okay. You know what? Maybe we should start a band. That would be so cool. Okay, so follow us this way. I'm going to show you some cool activities that pertain to the careers that we were just talking about. Okay. Okay. So thank you for joining me. I feel like I'm in a newscast. It's so cool. So our first activity. Yeah, it's fine. You can see. Thank you, our cameraman back here. Thank you, our unsung hero. So for this table, we're going to show you guys how to make a really quick musical instrument. This is my popsicle stick harmonica, as you can see it here. And I'm just going to show you really, really, really quick how to do one. So first of all, you're going to need your popsicle sticks. Okay, some rubber bands or construction paper. It can be any color, and some scissors. Okay, so real quick, just to prep, I'm going to cut my paper. And you don't need a lot of paper. Okay, you just need like a little piece. Okay. You're going to get your paper. I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, and I'm going to roll it, okay, until I get a thick strip. Okay, and I'm going to do that to both of them, okay? Okay, so then I'm going to take two popsicle sticks. One of them is going to have a rubber band. As you can see, this one has a rubber band in the middle. Okay, so that one is going to go right here. Let's hope I don't hit myself, because I am absolutely terrified of rubber bands. I got it. Okay, I'm going to get two more rubber bands out. Okay, then what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take my other popsicle stick and I'm going to make like a little sandwich. Okay, so one side of your rubber band should be on this side, and the other should be in the middle between both popsicle sticks. Okay, then I'm going to take the pieces of paper I got, and I'm going to stick them on the edges in between my popsicle sticks. Okay, and I would just leave like half an inch room on the top, you can see. And then I'm going to crisscross my other rubber band so I can secure it. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't snap me. There we go. There's one. Okay, so that's one side. I'm going to do the other one. Okay, and remember, this is for our musicians. If you're a real musician, I think that you can make music out of anything. I know people who use them out of like buckets and stuff. If you guys ever been to New York, stuff like that. So there we go. We have them too. So let's go ahead and test it out. Let's hope it works. Oh my God, it's even louder than the other one. This is so cool. Okay, so there you go. That's how you make a popsicle stick harmonica. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Now I have two. Can't wait to annoy my sister. Okay, and if you come over here this way, we have another activity for you guys. Okay, so this is our scientist activity. Okay, as you can see, I have all sorts of different things. We have test tubes, we have water, we have vinegar, and we have measuring stuff. So I'm going to put on my apron real quick. Okay, my super cool apron. Okay, and my goggles just in case, just to show you guys, on a daily basis what you guys would be looking at. Okay, I have my gloves over here on this side. Okay, I have my gloves, just making sure, because we are working with chemicals, so we do want to protect our eyes and our hands at all times, and our clothes, just so that they don't get, dirty and stinky. Okay, so we have this ready. So I'm going to just show you real quick two chemical reactions. Okay, and obviously I'm not a real scientist, but real scientists, work with other different chemicals. I lost my baking soda. It's on the way. Thank you, scientist Laura. So we have some baking soda here. Okay, I'm going to use about this much. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and measure out, I would say, about a cup of vinegar. Okay, if you guys are making like volcanoes at home, this is what they use to do it. Okay, and I'm going to put in some food dye. Okay, that way when it fizzes, it's blue. Okay, so I have my baking powder up here, and I have my vinegar over here, and we're going to go ahead and pour it in. Ah! And now it just, well, scientists make messes, so it's okay. There we go. Easter's right around the corner. Hello. Easter's right around the corner. So if you guys are making like Easter eggs at home, you can use the vinegar to make the eggs, okay? And I promise I'll clean this up right now. And we have one more experiment for you guys, okay? So I have this little itty bitty test tube, and I'm just gonna put it on here because you know what? It's already dirty, might as well, right? Right? I mean, my cameraman agrees, so, it's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and take some hydrogen peroxide, okay? We're gonna fill it up. I like the noise it makes. If you guys are doing experiments at home, make sure you let your parents know what you're doing first, because obviously I just made this huge mess. So they don't want to come into the kitchen and you are making volcanoes. So let them know what you're doing first, okay? So I have a spoon over here on this side. I'm just gonna make sure I stir up my dish soap and my hydrogen peroxide. Okay. I have some really hot water in this jar, so make sure whenever you're working with stuff that might be dangerous, have your parents help you out. Okay. I do have a cup over here, and I'm just gonna pour some hot water in here. Okay, I'm gonna use my spoon, and I have something here called yeast. Okay, you can find this in bread. Laura, would you say chefs use yeast too?
Yes.
Ooh, maybe we should make some bread. We should. On our farm. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. And if I'm correct, it should make another mess. Yes, another chemical reaction mess. Hopefully the water is warm enough. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just dump that in there. And as you can see, it is rising to the top by itself, promise. And now it's just spilling everywhere. This is called elephant toothpaste, okay? And you can find a quick recipe on online, on YouTube. There's a bunch of videos if you ever see those things that explode. But we're using a safer, David Dobrik. We are using a safer hydrogen peroxide than they are using, okay? And then it kind of just spills over and it creates like a little foam. And if you actually feel it, it's warm, which is weird, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and take off our scientist stuff, goggles, and I promise I will come back and clean this up. I'm just gonna show you one more activity and then Miss Laura is gonna take it away. And our last activity that I have for you today is about our farmers, okay? So we have some potting soil over here. And we have our jug of water. And just for, for some example, farmers help us to grow all sorts of things. We have potatoes, carrots, what are these, onions? I don't like onions, but okay. Broccoli, okay? So all those kinds of things, we rely on farmers to help us grow, okay? So I'm gonna show you real quick how to plant some seeds. I'm gonna go with one on this side, okay? Oh, my cameraman picking up stuff. Thank you. Okay, so if you guys don't have pots at your house like that to put plants in, you guys can actually use egg cartons, all that kind of stuff. Milk cartons or jugs would be really good too. Recycle, yes, please. Save the planet, all that good stuff. I should have brought scissors. I got it. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put some of our soil. Okay, let's try not to make too big of a mess this time. Okay, we're gonna fill those almost all the way. Okay, we have some twigs in here for some reason. Okay, so we can see that our egg carton is full. We're gonna open, which one's this one? Should we go with tomatoes? Let's go with tomatoes. Tomatoes sound fun. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and open up our seeds. Ooh, look how cute. And we're just gonna plant one in each egg carton. And then be sure to cover up the soil, okay, when you're done. That way it's protected. Okay, so now they're all in there. We're just gonna take a little bit of water, you don't need a lot. And we're just gonna slowly pour it into our egg carton. And again, you guys can find a lot of this stuff at home. If you don't have seeds, like if you bought them from a store, you can use seeds from like vegetables and plants that they have at home. Apple trees, there we go. Or the strawberry seeds and stuff like that. Avocado trees, that'd be cool. Okay, so we're gonna leave this in the sun for a couple of days and let's see, hopefully something grows. Miss Laura is gonna have 3 more activities to show you guys about our careers today.
Okay, hello guys. Welcome to my class because our class is out of this world. Okay, so now that I'm talking about classes, this activity is for teachers. So what we're gonna be making today, I know that our members enjoy making this even though it makes a really big mess, but I'm gonna be making slime today. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna put some glue into a little bowl. The glue, depending on how much slime you want, so I don't want that much, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. And then I'm not good at making slime, but I'm gonna try my best. So I'm gonna add baking soda, just a little bit, and then I am going to add a contact solution into the glue. So the contact solution should work to make your slime. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of paint because I want my slime to be colorful, so it's gonna be red. And now I'm gonna start mixing this all together. And as you can see, the contact solution is making it all plop together. I'm gonna add a little bit more contact solution. And now with those 3 ingredients, you have your slime. It is very messy, but I know that our members really enjoy making this. And if you want to make it a little bit foamy, you could add shaving cream, you could add lotion. I know that does something else. So yes, this is our slime. You can see this is very messy. I don't know how I'm gonna get this off. Wait, maybe if I add more contact solution, it'll help me. So that way it will get off of my fingers. So yes, so for teachers, we just have this fun activity. It's very messy. I don't particularly enjoy slime. I know Alexia doesn't enjoy it either. Thank you to my cameraman for some napkins because that was really sticky. And now we could go ahead and move into our next station. So the activity that we're gonna have over here is for doctors. So what I'm gonna have you all do is what you're gonna need: 2 little straws, 2 Ziploc bags, and just 2 construction cutouts. And what these are gonna work to be are lungs. So I'm gonna go ahead and write on this, lung. So I have my 2 lungs. And then now what I'm gonna do to make our lungs is I'm gonna get 2 little paper straws, plastic straws, and I'm gonna go ahead and tape them together. So I'm gonna angle them and I'm gonna tape them together. And this is just a fun activity. I do know doctors work with many different body parts, depending into the what's it called? Thank you to my cameraman part 2. We have the greatest cameraman. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your 2 little straws and you're gonna tape them together so they don't move. Okay, so you have that now, and then you're gonna get one of your little Ziploc bags. You're gonna open it and stick in the tip of one of your straws, and then you're gonna close it back up. So you're gonna do the same thing with your other Ziploc bag. I'm gonna put this tip in, and you're gonna close it up. And this works to show you how the lungs inside of your body work. I know that the body is like very complicated, very interesting to say the least. And I'm gonna tape my 2 lungs together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my Ziploc baggies and my straws and stick them to my lungs. So now the end product that you should have is this. You can see right there that it's labeled, these are your lungs, and I'm gonna go ahead and test it out and hopefully it works. So you can see that the little baggies are starting to inflate, and this is just how your lungs work. So you breathe in and you inflate you breathe in, your lungs inflate. And this is just a fun activity. You could be creative with it. It's just something small so you could get to know how your lungs work. So now we could move on to our last activity. So now we're gonna have a fun little activity. This activity is for our firefighters. I'm gonna attempt to make a little fire truck. So what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use some graham crackers, and then I have some little gummies. I have chocolates. I should probably wash. No, I don't. Sanitize my hands because it makes me burp. Yes. Use hand sanitizer if you have it. Wash your hands and don't touch your face. Okay, so I also have some icing that I put food coloring in. So I have red icing, and this is gonna be the color to our truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and put icing on here. Got like really quiet. This is very messy, but it's also kind of fun. So I'm gonna just roll with it. So now I have the little color of my fire truck. It's red. And then I'm gonna add 2 little gummies to the bottom so they could act as our wheels. And then I'm gonna add a little window. That's my little window. And these are just some little candies. This is just like little chocolates. But I'm gonna use this to decorate the side of my fire truck. And then here you have it, my little fire truck. And now I can eat it, and it looks so cute. And yes. So
I'm back. So those are just some activities that we wanted to show you. You know, obviously we couldn't set a fire and turn it off, you know, for firemen because that'd be unsafe, very unsafe. But we just wanted to give you like a little example of, you know, things with your career. But obviously, the lungs, doctors have to know about the human body, right?
Yes, they have to know how your body works, how it functions. To like, let's say you have asthma, you have something to do with your lungs. They have to like give you some medication so it can help you.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our class today. Tune in with us next Wednesday. We're going to be doing our triple play. And then on Friday, we'll also be doing career launch with me and Lauda. And we hope you guys enjoyed and you guys learned something. You guys are staying safe and we will see you guys back later. Bye.